Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing all right. And I'm happy to tell you that I am doing all right too. Yes, I am. And with that in mind, I would like to say thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of TJ's Topics. I, I really appreciate it. And I would like to welcome each and every one of you to today's episode. And I'm excited because, just look at how far we have come. We are now at the end of the first half of 2026. Can you believe that? The end of the first half of this year already. Man. And just like the last 6 months has flown by quickly, there is no doubt in my mind that these next 6 months are going to fly by just as quickly. So let's jump into it, okay? Because as we wrap up the end of the first half of this year, there is something that I would like for you to consider, and that is for every ending, there is a new beginning. That is what the topic is for today. For every ending, there is a new beginning. And new beginnings can be very exciting. And they can bring about a sense of, joy and gladness and they make you feel so good, to start over fresh. And I tell you, nothing, excuse me, nothing beats. That could have been a new beginning right there too. But nothing beats getting a fresh start. I tell you, it makes you feel so good. Now, believe it or not, there are benefits to a new beginning. And some of those benefits are enhanced motivation, increased mental well-being, accelerated personal growth, and redefined identity. Those are some of the benefits to a new beginning. Once an old thing has ran its course, and it's time for that thing to be phased out and usher in a new beginning, a new era, or a new season, I tell you, it can make a world of difference. A new beginning provides a mental reset, allowing you to let go of past regrets and reframe your goals. This fresh start delivers tangible psychological and personal advantages. And who wouldn't want that in their life? Tangible psychological and personal advantages. Look, all of the crap that we have seen take place over these last 6 months, just right here alone in this country, the United States of America, that ought to be enough right there to warrant a new beginning. Because I tell you, these last 6 months have been a hot mess. Really, to tell you the truth, it's been a hot mess ever since this new administration came on board. But that's all right, though, because everything has three parts to it. Every story has three parts, and those three parts are the beginning, the middle, and the end. And each year that we're allowed to experience in our lives has three parts as well: the beginning, the middle, and the end. We saw the beginning of the year, months ago. And then we have made it to the middle of the year, which is where we are right now. And I do believe that if we hold on and keep pushing forward, then we will get to see the end of the year. I tell you, and I'm really excited about that. And I know you are too. Turning a new page provides an energetic boost, sparking enthusiasm to build better daily habits. That's something that uh, we all can experience and enjoy as we embark upon a new beginning. New beginnings arrive each and every morning when we wake up. That's a new beginning right there. When you get up out the bed in the morning, able to start a brand new day, that allows us a new beginning. Leaving behind past setbacks helps reduce rumination and significantly boost mental health. Mental health is something very important. You know what? I think we hear a lot more about mental health now than we ever have before. I don't recall ever hearing a whole lot about mental health back when I was a child. I really don't. I don't recall hearing too much about it. Back in the 1980s and the 90s, mental health was not really discussed a whole lot in most circles. I didn't start to hear about mental health until, I guess, maybe about the last 10 years or so, last 10 to 15 years, into the 21st century. Mental health was not something that was discussed a whole lot in the 20th century for some reason. New environments and challenges push you to learn, grow, and adapt, improving your overall performance and capabilities. When you walk into a new place, surrounded by new people, and there's this new vibe that you feel upon entering, I tell you, it causes your very core to go through a sense of resetting and, recalibrating like they do on cars. I mean, it takes you through a series of transformative, um, you know, things. And I mean, it's incredible. It really is. Ooh. Now, to sum it up, embracing change can be incredibly empowering. To learn more about navigating a successful transition, explore resources on personal development platforms, and you can find out those platforms on your own time. But I'm telling you, it just makes you feel good when you're able to walk into a brand new door leading into new opportunities for growth and development, abundance, and true success. My goodness. Ooh, each day is a brand new start. And I think you know that. Most of you do. And so it ought to make you feel good when you can experience something like that, a new beginning. And so with that being said, this concludes this episode of TJ's Topics. For every ending, there is a new beginning. And I have certainly enjoyed being a part of your little circle, as I've enjoyed having you in my circle over these past 6 months. And I trust and believe that you and I will be a part of each other's circles going into the next 6 months. Because I do believe that as we move into the second half of 2026, that there will indeed be some good things in store for each and every one of us. And despite the challenges that we may face, just know that we can and we will make it. So I want to thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of TJ's Topics. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you again next time as we go into the second half of 2026. This is Taryn Jerome Harris reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. Now, I'll see you next time, okay? I'll talk to you later.